Hey guys, good morning. Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have the amazing Kendra here from Never Settle Travels. Kendra, how are you this morning?
I am good, Cyndi. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad to have you on the show. You're a recent graduate of our Careers on Vacation program, and you reached out to us to share your journey and your story. So tell us a little bit, if you wouldn't mind, about where you were before doing Careers on Vacation and where your business is now.
Well, before the program, there was no business. I am brand new to the industry. I've traveled quite a bit myself, but never had any travel agent training or booking anyone else's trips, anything like that. So there was nothing. And now, miraculous, just crazy. I have everything. So I have the business. It's an LLC. I have an Instagram, a Facebook group, a YouTube page.
Love it.
I don't even know what else. A calendar leak, everything.
Everything is all set up. It's like business in a
Everything.
box, right? Yeah, and
Yes.
I think when you're new, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but when you're new and you're looking from the outside in, you're like, oh, it can be overwhelming in terms of like setting all that stuff up.
Yes.
What would you say has been your biggest win or celebration since taking the program?
So my biggest win is, well, just having everything set up, just feeling confident that I have a firm foundation. Um, I practiced doing the quotes back and forth, which was
Yeah.
terrifying. But practicing getting through that. And then I think the day that I got that I was able to set up the link tree, right? So I had, free
Yeah.
consultation, and then your Facebook, and all these things. And I was like, whoa, this is a real business. Like,
It's
I
a
have
real
a social
thing.
media presence.
I love that. Yeah, having it all set up is such a relief off of your mind, no doubt.
Yes.
For sure, for
And
sure.
the marketing plan on the Excel, that was, I don't know how I would have done that by myself.
Yeah,
That
it's,
was
it's all
so
the things that
helpful.
it's all the things I think that you don't know to ask,
Yes.
right? Like the
Yes.
things you didn't even know you needed to have it set up the right way from the beginning. So,
Right.
and it's like there's a good amount of architecture if you're doing it the right way from the beginning.
Yes.
So I know I was reading your notes your coach put in, and she's like, everything's done, a couple little tweaks here and there, but
Yep.
your business is up and running. That's
Right.
amazing. That's so great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How
Thank you.
One of the things in our program that we really focus on is mindset and really getting you to think like that business owner, think like a CEO, and have big goals, because we know with the right systems, the proven systems, those things are very achievable, but your headspace has to
Right.
be there, right? How did the mindset work impact either your life or business as you went through the program, or even now?
Well, in this day and age, I think it impacted a lot.
Yeah.
I do have a full-time job, so, which is a 911 dispatcher. So I
Oh,
started this program pre-pandemic, pre-culture shift, or whatever we're calling this. And
yeah.
my fiance is a fireman, and we both work in the south suburbs of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
So our life 3 months ago is much different. And then we have two kids at home. So we went from, I'm going to start this business with, both of us, yeah, working full time, but kids are in school. And then all of a sudden, midway through, it was kids are home, we're homeschooling, we have this. So doing the mindset once a week, and, the little, like the index cards, writing your goals and things like that, was huge for me to kind of refocus and not get overwhelmed, because I think right now it's so easy to get overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
So it was not, I like to do the mindset videos, which usually I had to watch pre-recorded, but
Yeah.
and then actually do my own videos, like the YouTube videos after, because then I felt confident, I felt grounded, and it was
Wow.
nice to go from there. And it definitely has changed a lot of things in our life right now beyond just the business.
Yeah, and we're hearing that so much out of the program right now. I mean, anyone who's followed me for any length of time knows that mindset and doing things with intention and structure is part of what we've been training for years and years and years, right? But right now, in particular, other people are saying the same thing you've said, which is, how do I find my calm in the storm? How do I center? And I love the fact that you guys are basically first responders, right? On that list of you're kind of on the front line of everything going on. You're working full time, you have kids, and you still went through the program and got everything done. All the time people are like, I don't have time. So for those of you who are sitting at home still in quarantine, or even if you're going to school, even if you have, that other job, it can be done. It's, we have live calls, but we always have replays. And as Kendra knows, we have our support group every day. It's, getting those tools, I think, with the mindset too, that you can always go back to. It's in your toolbox now. You know how to get yourself back. If you did it in this environment, right? Like it's going to be a piece of cake moving forward for sure.
Yeah, we'd have the mornings and it'd be like, okay, girls, time for school. And it'd be them getting their schoolwork out and I would get my work out and we just all did schoolwork together.
Yes, absolutely. That's such a smart way to incorporate it because you're all at the table, you get them started. Yeah, we're doing the same thing here, right? I have to give more credit to my husband because he is homeschool savvy he's on top of those kids, let me tell you. But it's been an adjustment, but when there is a will, there is a way, and, Kendra, let me ask, like when you started this journey, what did having control over your own schedule or your own life, why did you make the decision to start your own portable, profitable travel business?
So, the goal, hopefully next couple years is, yes, for me to switch and do this full time, and we love our jobs, but there's a lot of birthdays missed and Christmases and, kids have to go to grandparents' house because we're both working and, and it's just like, games are missed and things like that. And it's like, we're at that point where we want freedom. I want to be able to go to everything and, not be such a rigid schedule,
Yeah, that's almost the number one thing we hear from families who go through this program. Yes. And really that's the reason my husband and I got started so many years ago with leaving corporate was it's a crazy story because someone asked us the same thing, like, why did you do this crazy? They thought we were crazy at the time. Now they're like, how did you do that again? But at the time they're like, why did you leave 6-figure jobs? What are you doing? Why are you paying all your savings in towards this business? As like a crazy thing, which that was a different time and whatnot. But they would, my husband came home from corporate one day. And, every day when he came home, my daughter would have her face to the glass just waiting for him. But one day, it only took one day, he came home and she wasn't waiting because he had been coming home later and later and she stopped waiting at the door for him. And that was the day he's like, we need to do something different. Yeah. And, that started our journey into being entrepreneurs and owning, the businesses we've owned and, really ramping our travel business up. But I can tell you from that day on, we never missed a game. We never missed a dance recital. We vacation when we want. We are able to take our business anywhere in the world, and going through this pandemic thing has not been a big deal for us because we work from home anyway. I mean, the kids are home, they're not at school. But besides that, it's kind of like business as usual. We don't have those restrictions. And it's I think the most liberating thing when you have your own business. So I'm glad that you are on the same path we started. Probably, how old are your kids, if you don't mind sharing?
I have a 10 and an 8-year-old.
Yeah, so similar ages. I have 14 and 10, but they, you don't get time back. All of us can make more money. You cannot make, more time. And think back, all of you moms and dads watching, to that first 2 or 3 months of your baby's life when they were like so tiny and then they grow into this little bundle. Like, it's like treasuring every moment, the best parent quote I've ever heard is, the days are long, but the years are fast. Like, it goes by. I look when those stupid flashbacks come on Facebook and I'm like, My daughter from 7 years ago, she's 14 now. And I'm like, but it's like, man, if I could just go back in time and just eat her up like a little, like a little cute biscuit she is. But it's, you're doing it for all the right reasons. So congratulations that you're on that path. What was it like when take me back to when you found us and you're like, can we do this with jobs and kids and whatever? Was it hard for you to jump into participating in the mastermind? What was that decision process like for you personally?
So it's actually kind of a funny story. So years and years ago, I had like a travel blog just for the fun of it, essentially. And it was real small. It was just family and friends, but we live in a super small town. We have one stoplight and a little roundabout. Like, we live in a really small town, but we work, obviously in much bigger towns. Yeah. So, so I kind of started with that and I liked it. And then I kind of sort of helped plan like 2 or 3 of my friends' vacations here and there, and quickly was like, everyone is too picky. Y'all want prices that are unreasonable. And I gave up, right? Yeah. Before I was even out of the gate. So then, I don't even know actually if my first video I saw you on, I think it was probably on Facebook, but it might've been YouTube. I'm not even sure. But then I just all of a sudden was in this whirlwind of watching Cyndi and I can do this. And, so I go to my fiance one day and I'm like, okay, crazy idea, but follow me. And I tell him, and I'm really he's going to say, no way, you're crazy. We're not doing it. And immediately he was like, absolutely. I don't know what's taking you so long. You love to travel. You love doing all these things. You're always having travel books and your Pinterest is crazy. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Absolutely, let's do it. And I was like, whoa. He was more he wasn't as nervous as I was, doing it. So it was great. And we jumped on board and never looked back.
I love it. Yeah, he obviously saw your passion. And it's, I think with women especially, it's hard for us to spend money on ourselves, right? And that's one of those things where I, from thinking, having been in business for so long, I look at things a little bit differently, but I remember back to what it was like to hire my first mentor or pay my first person. And it was like, can we afford it? Can we do it? And now when I make purchases like that, I'm like, we can't not afford to do it because we need to fix this in our business or we need to grow to a different level. And, it's not buying a fancy purse or a fancy pair of shoes. Right. It's investing in yourself. So the real question, because let's face it, everybody can find the money to do it. The real question is, are you going to believe in yourself enough to make that call, make that decision?
Right. Allow yourself to do it.
Yeah. Allow yourself to step into your new life. Right.
Absolutely.
And so I love that you went to him and he's like, what have you been waiting for? You could have probably signed up and then told him and he would have been like, great job. Right.
Yeah.
But I love that. No. And it's a different journey for everyone, which is why I like to ask that question, because people wrestle at different levels. Sometimes it's a mindset issue, or, my thing is I'm very impatient when it comes to business. Just give me the roadmap, give me the answers. If I could go back in time and get my own program and didn't have to make all the mistakes that you guys don't have to make now because I just give it to you as a proven system, oh, my life would have been so much easier. But I love that you guys are all set up. I love that you pulled this off during this crazy time while having kids and, being on the front line. So kudos to you for just being a rock star. And I just want to say to everybody out there, what are you waiting for? Get into the mastermind, go ahead and apply for a discovery call. That's where we start the process to learn what your goals are. And if we are a match to work together, doesn't guarantee acceptance into the program. If we can't help you, we won't proceed with the application process. The discovery call is really just to learn about you and what your goals are. In Kendra's case, she's like, I'm doing this for my kids. I have a passion for travel, and here's where my goals are, where I want to be. And that's all the discovery call is. So you can apply for a discovery call by going to careersonvacation.com/ready now. And Kendra, was the discovery call process hard but...
No, it was really informative and it was very like straight to the point, I guess. There wasn't I didn't feel like I was getting swindled. It was, this is what we offer, this is what we can help you with, and it was great.
Absolutely. Yeah. If it's a match, it's a match. And if not, we're still going to give you some great tips, some free resources, and wish you well with love and light, as we do with everybody. But Kendra, I'm so happy for you. Last question. Would you recommend Careers on Vacation to other people?
Absolutely. If you want to start your own business, this is definitely the way to go. Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, lady, you're a rock star and you're not going far. You're just going over to our grad group. So we will see you over there soon. I wish you so much success. And we're your cheerleaders for life, and so proud of everything you've done in the last 12 weeks. Happy graduation.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, lady. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Bye. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.